Alright guys, well, I'm back today with another high value and budget optics review, and this one is the GOWUTAR micro reflex sight cut for an RMR footprint in the green dot version. This one features a ton of nice specs and features to compete with more premium optics that comes in at a sub $100 price point, and in fact an exclusive code specifically set up by GOWUTAR for my viewers through Amazon to save you 20% off, dropping the price down to about 80 bucks, which is a great deal when you consider what it's offering. Now, I originally discovered this company when I was searching myself through Amazon to try to find rifle dots, and they had actually reached out to me a while back saying that, hey, somebody claiming to be 704 Tactical wants some free optics, and it wasn't actually me. So somebody was pretending to be me. If you're watching this video, stop doing that. Stop pretending to be me. But anyways, we started the conversation. We went back and forth, and I found a red dot that I really liked, and they did send some of those out to the channel, and man, it was amazing. So after that, I started looking through their catalog. They asked if I wanted to take a look at this green dot. I said, yeah. They sponsored this video. They sent out the optics, and I greatly appreciate them, and we took it down to the range. Now, don't worry, just because a company sends something out doesn't mean we're going to give it its full treatment. It will get its full treatment, and I will talk about the positives and negatives of this optic, so make sure you watch the entire review. Also want to give a huge shout out to AAC for sending over to the 9mm to help make this video. These guys have sent over 115, 124, and 147 grain ammo, so we can try different ammo through different platforms and see the results. Definitely check these guys out. All the info will be on the campsite page, and all the info for the GOWUTAR will be in the description below. Let's dig right in. First thing I want to mention is this is going to be considered, you know, a high value red dot. It's not going to be like a top tier premium go to war style red dot, even though the name GOWUTAR. Anyways, this is going to be a slightly low profile dot compared to other budget dots in the market. I just reviewed a couple that actually obscured the rear iron sight completely. This one does not do that, and I want to mention that right off the bat because that can be a deal breaker for some. The other thing is this is a green dot version, and generally green dots are just a touch more pricey than the red dot versions. Not sure if that's to do with the green diodes or the electronics internally, but this one is a green at a very affordable price. The other thing to mention is this is ultra clear glass, no bluish hue whatsoever, and it is a top load battery compartment. So great features right off the bat. I had to sight this one in just a few clicks. Once it was dialed in, it held zero rock solid with no issues whatsoever with a ton of rounds through it. Some other things I want to mention, and you can actually pause and read, is this does have the shake awake technology, meaning when it senses motion, it automatically turns back on, and when it stops sensing motion, it turns off. Now, I've been playing with this dot now for a couple weeks, and it's always been automatically turning on, so no issues there. And this technology is pretty widespread at this point in time in 2024, so I expect these dots to have it, especially with all the high value options out there. The other thing is this is an RMR cut footprint, and something that's pretty freaking awesome is this is a 70-75 aluminum housing construction. 60-61 was all the rage, but 70-75 gives you added strength over 60-61 T6 aluminum, so this is going to be stronger yet still retain the same weight characteristics roughly as 60-61 aluminum. Not enough to matter with as much aluminum here, but the strength will matter. One thing to note that the lens does sit slightly recessed with a slight lip on the top. I would honestly like to see this lip a little bit more pronounced. I would like to see this go flush up and protect the front lens. When you're racking it on something, you could potentially crack this glass. It is exposed enough in the front that if something was sticking out on what you're racking on, it could potentially mess up the glass. Now, not that big of a deal for a basic range use or personal defense optic inside your home, but it could be as like a duty grade optic or taking something into the field and you're in a scenario. We're talking crazy scenarios here, but this is what we do as reviewers. You may want to rack that if you're one-handed doing something else. Just something to consider. I would like to see GOWUTAR enhance that lip in the front in the future on some of their optics. Now, this is a lower profile optic compared to others, but not the lowest I've seen. Now, you do get enough clearance for those sights. You can easily pick up the front sights, but a touch lower might be a little bit nice as well. But other than that, this is a solid option. Now, the housing is a good hybrid between thick and thin. I think it could use a little bit of thickness to protect it from drops down on the top. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit more exposed than other optics. I've seen other optics even do twice the thickness on the top, or protective ears, or they do something to protect it a little bit more. But again, we are talking about optics that, even the high value optics, starting to climb up above $150, $170, even $200. And remember, we're talking about a sub $100 optic here, so I'm being a little bit nitpicky. But overall, $480 after the discounts that you can find in the description below. This is a great option. It gets very bright at the range, ultra crisp and clear dot. There's no edge distortion around the perimeter. I've looked at other optics, even $400 US made optics that have horrible edge distortion, but this one really does a good job with that. So in summary, it's a solid optic, especially for the price. This is another one to add to the list as a potential great optic for an affordable price. Again, all the information and linking will be in the description below. This one, now I'm trying to include this in all of my reviews. This one, it has a 4.2 star rating on Amazon with 63 ratings. You can actually dig through those and check them out, so you don't just have to take my personal opinion for them. And again, a huge shout out to GOWUTAR for sending this out to the channel and sponsoring the channel. And thanks to AAC for helping out the channel by sending ammo. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.